Alright, so we got a rune here. Can I get a mic check? Ow now, brown cow. The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. Alright, so we got a rune here. Can I get a mic check? The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. Alright, mic levels seem to be okay. If the audio is a little funny, you guys just let me know. But we're back. This is the NA Jank broadcast number 2 coming from Monza, second to last week in the season. It would make way too much sense for me to have started this at the beginning. We're gonna get going here with qualifying in about 3 minutes. A little bit lighter of a field this week. I think after VIR, many just don't give a shit about coming back. I expect to see some of those people never return to ACRL just because of the way things went, and I don't really blame them for that. So we got Dimitri sitting at the top right now, 148.9, pretty good. He's got some ballast. I don't know what's with these camera angles we got going here. This is no good. There we go. We got Pravin, who is our current leader. We'll have a look at the points once we switch over from practice to quali. He's out there. Sam Riveda, 149.4. He's not too far off pace. Avendisa, 49.2. It's close. Got Yam in the this fucking thing. Jesus. What have you done? Oh. How do I spin it? I don't think I have free cam enabled. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. It's memes, guys. It's a meme skin. I would say looking good, but I'd be lying to you, so. Jebediah, who is currently sitting about a second off of his teammate Dimitri. So there's a pretty big gap going on in the top 10 here. I mean, we have a 48.9 all the way back to a 51.4, and if that's the case, this is going to be a dog shit race. So I really hope that some more people show up here, because otherwise it's gonna be me tap dancing for an hour. Ronald, you back again? Good to see him. Oh, he's got a teammate right there. Who is that? Who's your teammate? I don't know. Oh, Josh Hirochi. Alright. We're putting this all together. So we got these two here in the Ferraris. Let's get a look at this skin, see what's going on here. IMUA. For the life of me, I don't know what that is. I don't even have a guess. IMUA Motorsport. Sounds good. Who else we got out there? Oh, you know, I heard some rumblings about this throughout the week from Pravin, that there was a new livery on this car. For those of you Europeans watching that don't know, that is a tip of the hat to the late Dale Earnhardt Jr. After seeing these guys drive at VIR, they're probably also going to crash into a wall and die today. So, you know, that's really nice of them to really think ahead like that. Nice job on the skin, though. It'll go down fondly in everyone's memories. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual suspects here. I don't see Zethos. This is someone I don't recall from last week. Crumbopulous Michael. I feel like that's memes, too. Might be. Up for debate. Zach Flansbury, back again to 911, wants to hate himself. So I didn't watch any of the EU broadcast because today's Father's Day and I had other things going on. But if I had to guess how it went, I'm going to guess Jacob won in the Lambo. The McLarens were slow. And it was probably a boring race. So I don't know if you guys that are watching this can hook me up with if that's an accurate prediction or not. Honestly, it sounds like I'm predicting a race for last season F1, but yeah, that's kind of that's where we find ourselves today. But we are out of practice time. Dimitri heading out. We got Nils in fourth. Okay. Practice don't mean shit. Let's see what happens in quali. And as we're moving over, we're going to attempt something here. Something that an NA broadcast has never done before. We are going to attempt to bring up a custom standings for the season so that we have a nice infographic. So if you guys just bear with me a minute. Maybe close your eyes. Everyone watching, close your eyes. And when I tell you to open them, it'll be out. Stand by. Okay, open your eyes. So, looking at the infographic, we have Pravin in first place with 477 points. That's a really nice showing from him in the GTR. I still don't know how that happened, but it's good for him. I mean, I don't know what it says about his driving or what. Second place, we have Dimitri, who pretty much has been winning NA for as long as I can remember. Him and Phil Vitt a couple of seasons ago, but Dimitri's always very competitive. Remains true, 464 points, so still very much in the hunt. A bad race from Pravin here today, and you know, he could lose his grip, and you know, I'm sure he wouldn't be too upset about losing some ballast, but you want to win the championship in the GTR. Let's call it what it is. Third place, we have Hazy, this is his first season here, I believe, unless he showed up for like a Porsche Cup that I wasn't aware of. 447 points, 30 points off lead. Starting to get a little sketchy now. And then fourth place, we have Sam Riveda with 444 points. It's a pretty nice job from him. I hope today goes better for you, Sam, than our Twin Ring Motegi race yesterday. That was butt cheeks. But as we're waiting for it to go over, I'm going to step away for a hot second because I just got home, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So, once again, going through the practice times here. Dimitri on top. Pravin down in 8th with a 150.2. So that puts him pretty far off of his main competition. Now, a GTR, in theory, should be a car I would think that does pretty well at this track with its top speed. Sure, it fucking sucks to drive in corners, and, you know, it's a cruise liner, but Monza's just all about that straight line speed. So I would think that 150 is him sandbagging a little bit. I expect him to be definitely top 5, probably top 3 if he doesn't bottle job, but we'll see. That 40 kilos might be holding him back a little bit, but it certainly isn't hurting Dimitri with 35. Let's see who else we got that looks interesting here. Sam Riveda in 5th. Avin Bisa up in 4th. I don't remember him being insanely quick at VIR, but that's a pretty good time from him here. That leaves him about, I can't do math, but about 3 to 4 tenths off pace. So I mean, there's a lot to like about that. Obviously we have Dimitri flying out. He's got Nils right on his ass. Nils being very optimistic about his pace, saying, yeah, I want to get ahead of Dimitri. I don't know about all that, kid. but we'll see. And then obviously behind them we see a lot of the field all funneling out, trying to keep their space. Oh god, Super Yam, I don't know about this, man. I really don't. I'm trying to love it, but I don't. Pravin's skin not looking as dirty as it did last week, so I can confirm that it was the dirt. He does, however, still have a dick on it. Still has a dick on it. And it looks like we picked someone else up, because now we have 22 drivers. I'm not sure who snuck in here. Might have been Bob? Suspiciously, Bob's longtime teammate, a frisky garbage can, has not been around this season, at least since I've been watching, which is, you know, it's a little disappointing. They were quite the duo, always out there battling it out. Now, I was told, yes, now, last time I looked at this skin, I was a little unaware of what was going on, but upon further review, that is, in fact, Maria Sharapova's ass plastered on the back of that. So it doesn't make any more sense than it did. But I like it. I like it a lot. So we got Dimitri. He's trying to heat those tires up on this day. I don't even know what the temperatures are. That would require me to be prepared. Let's hop on board though. Let's get a view from Dimitri on his first hot lap and see how this goes, because he is expected to take pole based on the practice. So obviously here at Monza, a long run down into turn 1 here. This chicken, not fun. Brake a little bit before the 100-meter mark. Careful not to take that curve. Oh. So for the kids watching at home, you want to be able to slow down a little bit more than that. You want to be able to take that curve, but not too much, because this is Assetto Corsa, and they don't like you doing fun things in this. And then you want to be able to kind of accelerate as you're going around there a little bit, feather it out, and then you go. Dimitri, unfortunately, didn't have the best one there. This probably will not be his best lap of the day, but you know, we'll hang with him just for the fun of it, just for the kids back home to see kind of what a driver on the quicker side can do out there. Using all the track and then some. Very aggressive lines through here. I thought we had our dirt rallies done last week at VIR, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And obviously here at ACRL, we're very, very strict about the white lines. We love white lines. If you go all 4 tires outside, Rune's going to come around with a big ol' hammer. He's not going to be happy. You're not going to like it. Dimitri taking those curbs, no fear. Very surprised to see that. And it's another long run down. And I wouldn't expect this to, again, be Dimitri's fastest lap. I'm sure he can go much quicker than this. A couple mistakes early on in there, but yeah. That's why there's 20 minutes of quali. You got plenty of time. And the nice thing for Dimitri is I was going to say he's all the way out in front. He has no one in front of him, but you can clearly see off in the distance there is a car going through the first chicken right now. So he manages to geek out a 49 flat, which is only 2/10 off his practice time. So I don't know what that says about me. Apparently I don't know shit. I thought that lap looked a little sloppy. So we got Nils right behind him as expected. A little bit off pace, but hanging tight. Sam Riveda. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see, Sam. Redemption. He's got more time than that. Now, I've also been kicking around a segment throughout the last couple of minutes in my head. I kind of think we should do like a, you know, a practice corner where we follow a guy that might not be the fastest on the grid, but he's trying. And I think that collectively as a group we can give them some pointers. I'll call out what I see in chat, or you know, in voice. You guys call it out in chat. We'll help him out. It's a little bit like War Owl for those of you that know what that is. And you get some free lessons, you know what I mean? Just out of the goodness of our hearts. I see some dirt kicking up. That's problematic. Pravin sucking wind. 6th place. I feel like there's just got to be more time. So I'm thinking for the first iteration of this practice, I got pen tricks. I don't know what that is. What's that? Pen tricks. Is that like a food? Anyway, I think for our first iteration of this, you know, George's Corner, as we'll call it. Oh, from the War Owl. Dude, I haven't watched it in like 2 years. I think we're going to pick on Dirk, because I feel like Dirk is a guy that he can take constructive criticism. So let's follow him down here. Braking, I think, I was going to say a little early, but maybe it was actually a little later. He let off a little bit. Not the cleanest out of there, but not too bad. Didn't lose a whole lot of time. You really want to focus on getting a good exit out of there, because this is a long run down. A good rule of thumb, you want to brake just under the bridge. Yep, there you go. Down in probably second gear. Oh, he goes all the way down to first, do I see? Yeah, Dirk, you're gonna want to be in second there, kid. I don't know what your gears are, but if you have to go down to first, they're not right. Down to third. Clean. Good rule of thumb, a good acceleration point on the right side there. You're gonna see an orange guy, track marshal, in like the orange edge of the rail. That's a good time. As soon as you see that, that's when you want to start getting on the power. And yes, before someone says it, I do realize how worthless this is, because they're going to see this after the race and it won't matter anymore. But, you know, there's always next time. Let's do a Scary. Braking, sliding, a little deep. Take a little more of that. Counter steering, never a good thing through a Scary. Taking a little bit of curve, very slow out of there. He's not going to like that. So, Dirk, what you're going to want to do, you want to feather the throttle a little bit through there. Nice and easy. You're overdriving the car, kid. You don't want to do that. Nice braking. Hug that inside. Hug that. Get on that. Get on the curb. Oh, the understeer is palpable. Not using all the track. It's a rough lot for Dirk. That's alright. We'll get him next time. He actually increases his time and his standing. That last sector killed him, though. First two were personal best. Or not personal best. Yeah, we'll say it was personal best. Last sector, though, not using all the track. A little bit sketchy through parabolic, but hey, we'll get there. We'll get there. That's all right, Dirk. Meanwhile, at the top, Dimitri with a 48.8, doing pretty good. Nils also improved his time down to a 49 flat. What have we got here? We're going to be watching this like a hawk, boys, because if this is a fast time, I'm going to personally jump down into that channel and ream him out. Nils driving like my grandmother. 10-4. Pravin up to fourth. Here we go. This is about what I was expecting to see. Down in the 49.1s. I think he's got the pace to go below that. He's got to hit a 48 if he wants to have a chance in this race. Fritz, he did PlayStation the corner. Nils gives no shits about what's going on. Wild disrespect for the league and himself. Meanwhile, looking at the entire field, I mean, it's actually a little bit tighter than I would have expected it to be based on practice. I mean, the top 10 still separated between 1 and 10 by a second. But, you know, look at Bob in there. That's all right. That's all right, Bob. Hold that top 10. We're definitely missing people, though, and it's kind of triggering me a little bit. I don't see Woodchuck here. I'm going to have a word with him about that. No está bien, as they say down south. There will be no T1 wreck. That's my bet. You can quote me. Got Zach Flansberry here in the 911, Samuel Riveta's teammate. It's I know he's been having a little bit of a hard time with this car. I know how he's feeling. It's horrible. I remember driving this car very clearly around Monza, and every time I went through a Scary, my asshole was up in my stomach because I was just expecting it to go. Every time. The car just has Horrible balance through there. It's just a shit car, if I'm being honest. Kunos, I'd say fix it, but I don't think you're even looking at this game anymore. Professional liar? Nah. You'll see. I have faith in the boys. I do, however, wish that for the first time doing this broadcast that I was a little bit more prepared, because I would have had like a static cam on T1 so I can see the whole thing instead of clicking around wildly trying to see where the accidents are happening. But we're just going to have to kind of make do with that. I'll just have to click through the field and see. Will we miss some things? I'm sure. I'm sure. Dale Earnhardt parked in the pits. I want to get a lap with Pravin after this. Oh, he's got a purple first sector. I wonder how bad he borked the second. It is just baffling to me that this GTR is winning in NA. I was talking to Pravin a little bit earlier today, and he was saying how shitty he is in this car. And I told him to go fuck himself because he's in first place, and you can't complain. And you know what? I stand true to that. 0.5, how do you see that? Oh, Dimitri with the fastest lap of the day of 48.7. Nice. Nice. Oh, that was a serious borkage. Let's hop on board. I mean, who here really wanted to see a cruise liner go around Monza anyway? I mean, this is going to be fun. Struggling to brake, really pushing it late. A little bit more speed than you would have liked through there. A little late on the power, but not too bad. Don't know if that's going to be enough to get. Was on fancy adder timing. Apparently you have something I don't. And I'm okay with that. Braking very late. Nice job through that. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That's a good line. Oh, we got Sam Hackerman gone. This is looking pretty good so far. Oh my god. Monza almost ate that car. Yeah, it was a little squirrely coming out of T1. I don't know how that's going to hurt him here, but that second sector looked pretty decent to me. Not his best of the day. Are you telling me that that yellow is the live timing? That's the delta? Or is that the split? For that sector. Really got to hug that curb. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, the understeer. God damn. See, that car does not want to turn in. Interesting line. Oh, he's back into the pits. Might be doing something weird with tires. Could be running softs, trying to eke out as much time as he can. Obviously, the tires don't show in quali. They show after. I don't know why. Let's make fun of Nils. If you're in second place, we really can't give you... Oh, it's versus leader? Okay, understood. Braking very late. Oh. I don't know. I'm not liking the lines I'm seeing through there so far. I'm aware that Nils is in P2, but I'm still going to make fun of him. Like, I feel like if you're in P2, I can't tell you what you're doing wrong. I mean, I can, but it's more fun just to take shots at him because he's already up there. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? We've got to get on the power a little sooner there. Oh, I think that's a white line violation if I do say so myself. This ain't looking too bad. I mean, it's not going to knock off Dimitri, but it could be worse. Jebediah jumping ahead of Pravin? Is that what I just saw? I think it is. I think we can... Oh, no. He had a green second sector? Oh, maybe. Oh. Oh, aggressively taking the Scar. I guess in Assetto you don't have to be afraid. Dimitri, 148.6. establishing dominance. The entire field is rolling over and letting him pet their belly. Now, that's a nice line through there. Alright, Nils. That's not so bad. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. If you didn't fuck up T1, you probably would have had Dimitri there. Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. Avendisa. Is that how you say it? Avendisa? He told me. And in my defense, I downloaded all the skins before this, so... You know, I don't know why he's white. I'm sorry, but... I did it. I did my job. But third place for Avendisa, not bad. Not bad at all. Who else do we have that's kind of surprising me today? Cervalarius up there in 11th. I feel like he kind of struggled a little bit at VIR. Not too bad, but again, he is in the 911. I actually really, I gotta be honest, I really like this livery too. It's nice. Very nice. How do I see behind? There it is. Yeah, it's not so bad. Oh, Larry Ferguson. Look at this. Look at this. 14th. Larry's a guy that's been racing here for probably 3 seasons now. You know, he's had some good races and some not so good races. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is a good showing for him, though. So far, up in 14th that's pretty good. He's very close to the middle of the field right now. I hope he can continue to improve. He is driving once again the 911, as many people in NA are. And we're just gonna back to Bob. Bob up in the 9th. I don't know anything about Pork Cup. I am not the dictator of that series. Bob, very clean. Ooh, want to get on the power a little sooner. Little sooner. Just a little bit sooner. And we're winding down now. We're getting close to the end here. 6 minutes left. I want to see Bob. I want to see Bob get up there. Now that's a good line. But you got to get on the power, kid. Got to go fast. Very good line. Got to start feathering that a little bit. Remember, that throttle's not on on-off switch. I had that same problem for a very long time. And then some individuals from... Rune, where are you guys from? Netherlands? Netherlands. They yelled at me. And I stopped doing it. And then I got a little bit better. Marginally better, but a little bit better. Seen a lot of understeer. A lot of understeer from cars today. Bob drops back down into 10th. That means Zach Flansbury up in a 3rd. That pushed Pravin out of the top 5. Pushed his teammate Sam down a little bit, down to 7th. Now we're seeing some jockeying. This is actually a top like 7's pretty close, with the exception of Dimitri, who's kind of just pumping everyone right now. A little bit of a traffic jam going in the pits. It's a nice time though. Pravin sitting in pits. Is he coming back out? It's not looking good, boys and girls. I assume Pravin has now walked away from his computer and is listening to Mad World by Gary Jules in the dark until the race starts. Let's hop on the one McLaren out there today. Where's the dang? Like, where is everyone? People just hate Monza that much? I mean, he is in a McLaren, and this, if you're gonna skip a track, this is the one to skip. Yeah, when the fuck did Super Yam jump up in the 4th? In this god-awful car. However, before I say god-awful car, it's a god-awful livery. I mean, no one's disputing that. That thing is legitimately giving me ocular cancer. But these guys have shown the Z4 has legitimate pace from VIR when they're not mowing grass. It can be very fast. I don't know why. I think he's not the... No, we have Bob. Yep, there's Bob. Bob, come on. Why would you do that to Maria's ass, Bob? We had another Z4. I forget who it was. Someone else was pretty quick. Who the hell was it? Last week. Oh, the Brev's here. That's good. Combopulous Michael in the GTR. I think this is a new driver. If somebody can help me out at that, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't remember this name, but I really feel like it's memes, and he's in a GTR, which, if it wasn't for Pravin, would definitely be memes. Zethos is another driver I don't recognize from previous races. I think this is another new guy, but if I'm correct, I think we have 2 Z4s on the track. Ford Attack Dark. Now, I think at VIR he didn't qualify either, right? I kind of remember him sitting in the pit there, and he just didn't qualify. So, can our dictator of all things penalties, can you... Is he sitting? Like, what's going on here? Did you quali ban him like every race this season? Van de Dant, that's who it was. Yeah, where the fuck is he? What's going on here? Trying to run a goddamn serious broadcast and no one shows up. But as we wind down, 2 minutes left. Dimitri has the entire field in the chokehold. They're tapping out. He keeps choking. This could be a new fast time. Haha. So at this point, I would say positions 12 through 22 have passed out from his chokehold, and the rest are pissing themselves. Maybe Nils isn't. Nils might not be. Nils is probably plotting in his mind right now ways to get ahead of Dimitri in turn 1, which will lead to an inevitable 22 car pileup. I know what I said, but the way this is playing out is making me very nervous. But being completely serious, nice job to Nils. That's pretty good. Second place in quality. That's real solid from him. Real solid. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, Nils? That pink should be green. You're definitely at least half a second faster. There's an old saying that I 100% believe in, back from my lacrosse playing days. If you look good, you feel good, you play good. Right now, you're pink. You don't look good. So you can't feel good. So you can't be driving as good as you could. Double L Phil sneaking into the top 10 on me. I didn't even see this. I feel like someone else jumped on me at some point, because Bob is now in 11th, but I just for the life of me... Oh, Sir Valerius. There we go. So it looks like Sir Valerius and Double Phil are in fact teammates. So good on them cracking the top 10. Right under the wire. Right down to the end. Obviously, Ascari, tricky corner in the 911, but pretty much fun. Looks like Sir Valerius bagging his lap. Didn't like what he saw. I'm not sure Double Phil still pushing pretty hard. Not seeing any green or purple sectors, so I don't know. that this is going to be a new fast lap unless he killed that last section. Looked pretty good out of there. Oh no, just missed by 0.4 of a second. So we're winding down. Dimitri doing one more lap, and that one's gonna be a moot point. Oh, Avendisa with the last second dagger on Nils. Tells him not today. In the McLaren, no less. Rune, can you confirm that the McLaren is shit on this track? And full disclosure, I have not talked to him since he raced earlier today, but I have to imagine he has not nice things to say. I have to imagine that. I think that's it. I don't see anyone else on track. Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, so so the guy that posted the video of the guy in the green Lambo going off track 1,000,000 times was you. So we have a nice waiting period. I'd bring up that infographic again, but I don't really feel like it. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to bring it up one more time. Why not? Stand by. So once again, the standings for anyone that's joined that has not seen them. Pravin in first place in the GTR with 477. Dimitri in the Audi 464. Hazy 447 in the Ferrari, and Sam Riveda 444 in the 911. 4 different manufacturers in the top 4. I like the parity. I think Dimitri runs away with this, but Pravin should have the pace in that car. I don't know what's going on. I don't think we have a single Lambo in the field, which makes even less sense to me than all the people we have in the 911s. Where's Hazy in qualifying? Hazy is not here today. So there's another driver. If we do have one drop, I mean, there is a drop week. I assume some of these guys are dropping. That has to be what's going on. They just hate Monza that much. Hazy in the Ferrari, I mean, it's not the worst car here. It's not like you're driving a McLaren and you're just, you know, chugging along, but the fact that there's not a single Lambo in the field is actually shocking to me. Like, all kidding aside, that car is a monster. With the right setup, it's just ridiculous. It really doesn't have too many downsides. That being said, a minute until we're hitting the grid. We have Sorenza saying the Ferrari is the worst car in Monza. Why's that? Enlighten me. Enlighten me. So it's got a shit engine. I mean, I still have to assume it goes faster in a straight line than the fucking McLaren, though. In any event, for those of you watching that are not in ACRL, this is the second to last race of the season. We finish our season with Nords. It's a 90-minute race. So that will be a total shit show, but it's going to be fun. I actually plan on racing in that one. That is the plan, however. Previous season PQ results showed that the Ferrari is the worst. Yeah, alright. I mean, I can't argue with that. I'll take your word for it. I'm not gonna look at it, but yeah. Fuck you think this is? So we have a minute until it is lights out. I have to reset the pits. I will do that once the race starts. Actually, can I get in the car and do that now? I think I did this last week. I can. So we got Dimitri on pole. We all knew it. No one's surprised. Avendisa second. Very surprising. Last minute, last second. Kicking off Nils, who was second, taking third now. So there goes his hopes of crashing Dimitri out of turn 1. Although he's behind him, he still does have a chance. Zach Flansberry, 4th. Super Yam, Hackerman, 5th. Jebediah, 6th. Pravin, 7th. Disappointing. Sam Riveda, 8th. Sir Valerius, double fill, 9-10. Rest of the field's back there. We have lights on. May God have mercy on our souls. So right off the bat, we had somebody that refused to start. They didn't go anywhere. I'm not sure who it was. It was either double L Phil or Valerius. Going down the T1, obviously very hairy. That's a wreck in the back. That's another wreck. That's another wreck. There's cars off. There's people. This is happening. This is happening. Our worst fears realized. Well, it was a good try, guys, but apparently we can't drive in a straight line because it wasn't even really in a braking zone. People were just hitting each other, running right next to them. Avendisa and Dimitri. This is what I like to see. This is nice. Avendisa and Dimitri getting away. Is that a Pravin in 3rd? It is, but he's lifting? What? I don't know what just happened. I don't know what I just witnessed. We don't have live stewarding telling him to slow down or get back in position. Color me surprised. Meanwhile, out in the front, these two are just running away. Now, it's up to Avendisa. He's got to stay with Dimitri. If he lets Dimitri run away, it's over. He wins the race. And it's been pointed out to me Sam Riveda was RIP. This is not what I like to see. I was really hoping for a redemption race after our VRS Enduro yesterday where we sucked ass the entire time. My internet crashed. Sam had a rough race. Plenty of time, though. Plenty of time. You got an hour and 15 minutes. You're faster than everyone else. You got it. Meanwhile, Pravin trying his best. We got a 3 wide? We got teammates. Oh! Oh, the team principal is not going to like that. And by team principal, I mean everyone. Pravin hanging tough. This is where I want to be watching now. I can't stop. Oh! What do they call that? Avendisa tried to lick the stamp and send it. Dimitri shut the door on him pretty hard there. Avendisa cuts the track, hits Dimitri. Dimitri cuts the track, and now we're just driving away like nothing happened. Notably, that let Zach Flansberry kind of gain a little bit of ground on him, and it also let Dimitri... Hello! Oh my good God. Super Yam. Full on send. Nils somehow got caught up in that. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I wish I had a live replay to go back. It almost looked like Super Yam just either got hit, missed his braking point. It was bizarre. Monza is not disappointing. Now we got Bob working on Nils. Here we go. Get him, Bob. Get him. Just send it. Everyone else does. Do it for the stream. Nils a little bit faster through Ascari there. Gonna let him open it up. Meanwhile, Pravin. Oh, he's gonna get you. See, this is the straight line speed I was talking about. That GTR, it just goes. However, he was a little bit compromised on that corner. Let's see if Jebediah can do something with it. I have to assume the GTR is just gonna walk away from this like nothing happened. It's sure looking like it, but if I know Jeb, he's gonna go for it here. And we see another car get pushed through T1. Is this like an alternate line? I missed the memo? I don't know. Are we just not capable of giving each other space in that turn? Is that what's happening here? Am I an asshole? Are we all assholes? Ooh, Jeb. Ooh. Pravin with the defensive line. I like that. Nice. That's going to let him run away with it. Very nice. Uh-oh. Dirk P. Oh, here we go. Get in there. Get in there, Dirk. Don't be afraid. Remember what I told you in practice. Oh. Let's get on board here. Very cautious, very cautious. Car close in front. Sitting at draft. A little bit compromised on eggs. I think he took it a little slower than he wanted to because he wasn't quite sure where Jeb was going to brake. You have to keep in mind, this isn't like EU where everyone brakes at the exact optimal spot. I mean, this is NA. We have different braking lines. Somebody is smoking. Uh-oh. Here we go. I mean, Dirk had a really poor exit there, but Jebediah's was worse. That's going to let him get by. Oh. Oh. Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. Protect your neck, Dirk. There you go. Uh-oh. Very slippy on that green. You don't want to be on that. I think that might be enough for Jebediah. That car is hella fast. Oh, and look at Nils behind him. Now, we saw Nils have quite a few uh-oh moments at VIR. He's already had an uh-oh here. And he was able to climb back at VIR, largely just taking people with him. Ooh, Jeb! Jeb! No! Dirk remaining calm. I like this. This is a new Dirk I haven't seen before. Nils, let's hop on board. Let's see if he can do it. Read the sign, Nils. No Punterino. Don't do it. He's going to send it. He's going to send it. I saw it coming a mile away. At least he had a little self-control. Didn't try to outbrake himself. Was hoping that Dirk would do it for him. I mean, fair play. Kind of screwed up his own line. Probably would have been better to sit back and just wait. That's a cut. Tisk, tisk. Yeah, this is some nice little battle shaping up. This is a nice little grouping of cars here. I'm not going to call it what I want to, but nice little grouping. Meanwhile, Avendisa still trying to hang on to Dimitri. Dimitri's about a second up. That's about where he was after their contact through the T1 chicken. So Avendisa showing some decent pace. His last lap was a 49.8. Dimitri's was a 49.5. I mean, it's close. It's not ideal. You really don't want Dimitri to run away with this. But right now we're in the danger zone where this could happen. I think Avendisa's probably, yeah, he's way out of the drafting zone now. Oh, no. Nils got by Dirk. Alright, Dirk. Come on, kid. Gaining a little bit, but he is not going to do anything too crazy here. Get right on his ass. Get a good exit. There you go. That's not bad. This is nice and tight. This is good. Meanwhile, in the back, what do we got here? Sam Riveda. Somehow up to 11 already? God damn. Here you go, Sam. Uh-oh. Trying to make him nervous. I like it. Mind games. Beautiful. Someone cutting the track. Who's that? Oh. All right, Sam. That's well done. Not bad. Was able to adjust his line coming out. Got by. Keep chugging. So Sam is now 2 positions down after a horrific crash early in the race. It's gonna keep plugging away at that. We got a Dravin, the Dale Earnhardt. He's still alive. He is working on Josh Horiuchi. Had to be one of those, right? No, look at that boat. Super Yam. He's working on Prithvi Shivaraman. Sends it. I don't think Prithvi wanted to fight him there, although he might have had the over on there. Oh, maybe. Stay in his draft. Eat that draft. Z4 just raw power. Super AM taking a defensive line. Yeah, there you go. Go on the outside of that. You got the preferred. There you go. Let's see how they do. Can they leave space? Oh, look at this. See, guys, you can pass in T1 and not crash. Fantastic. That got me excited. Fantastic. Meanwhile, we got a Bob, we got a Brev, we got a Jeremiah, we got a Dirk. Throw a blanket over these guys right now. Dirk hanging tough, up 7 spots. The big winner of the day so far. Actually, I take that back. Prithvi, bigger winner, up 9 spots. Let's hope he can keep that together. But let's see how this plays out. Nils obviously got away. Run away with it a little bit. Up at the front, Dimitri extending that gap to about 2 seconds now, so outlook is looking kind of grim for anyone that wanted to win the championship besides Dimitri. Oh, Dirk. Ooh, ooh. Not the ideal line. Might have lost a little bit of time. Let's see. Jebediah is going to have a run now. Yep. Yep. It's a nice move. Nice job. Well done. Can Dirk reciprocate? I don't think he's going to have enough speed down the straight. And I don't think he's going to do anything crazy in the T1. I take that back. He might have the speed with that draft. Oh, we might see a side-by-side here. And Dirk's been kind of on the losing end of one of these before. Let's see. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. Dimitri definitely got the better eggs. Or Jeb. Yeah, same. Dirk is hanging tough right now. I don't know how he qualified as low as he did, because this is, you know, this is some really nice driving from him. And did I do it? Did I do it again? I might have done it. I might have. I kind of don't know how that one's going to be called. Probably a racing incident. Not much really you could do about that. We got Bob up in the 7th, though. Some of these guys are fighting fucking hard right now. I love it. Jebediah on the Brev. Could we have a 2 wide through Ascari? I sure hope so. That would be fun. Oh, Phil, we saw it. We saw it. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Get a nice picture of that. Try to get another little drive-by there. Very nice. Uh-oh. Someone died. I think Super Yam might have been the culprit. Still working on Prithvi here. This is turning out to be a pretty nice battle. Meanwhile, Zach Flansbury on Pravin. Holy shit, the GTR isn't as fast? What happened on that exit? It can be done. It can be done. So Pravin losing a spot to Zach. Oh, he's gonna try to make him a little nervous, maybe? See, Zach's got that Oculus sticker, so he can see what's going on better than anyone. He sees it. Well, Porsche just looks so much more nimble through here. I mean, logic tells me the GTR is faster down straights, but we just saw the GTR get passed on the main straight. I have to assume it was a compromised exit by Pravin. That's what led to that happening, but I could be wrong. Been wrong before. Been wrong plenty of times. See, get a good exit from Ascari here. Oh, that looks a little wide. Oh, I think Zach had a worse one though. Sure did. And Pravin's going to take third place back. Trying to keep this championship close, but Zach is not going to go down without a fight. Meanwhile, up front, Dimitri having a nice race all alone now. Avendisa trying his best to keep up, but it looks to me like Dimitri is just putting in better laps right now. 49.8 last lap. Avendisa with a 50.1. It's just a slow bleed. Death by 1,000 cuts here. You have Flansbury and Pravin once again battling through T1. And Pravin, I don't like that exit. I don't like that exit at all. Uh-oh. Here we go. And this could be death. Yeah, it could very well be death. Oh, Pravin, very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna keep an eye on this battle, but there's some shit going on back here. So we got Ford Attack Duck back out on track. He, for the second week in a row, did not qualify. I'm not sure why. We got Zethos, who I believe is a driver new to the series in the league. So he's working on Ford Attack right now. This is pretty close. We got a nice little gaggle of cars here. Oh, might outbroke himself a little bit there. Yeah, keep it tidy. Let's hop on board. Oh, but god damn it. We have all kinds of shit going on. Uh-oh. Sam Riveda up into 8th. Climbing fast. Let's get a look at Bob's car. Not for any reason, but, you know. So we got Dirk, we got Bob, we got Sam, and we got the Brev behind him. All competent drivers in their own right. Sam, I like that exit. Trying to hold that draft. Dirk's going to try to get... Oh, boy. I smell trouble. Oh, please go 3 wide, Sam. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, my God. That would have been so awesome. Oh. Bob took a little too much of the sausage. That's going to cost him 2 positions, I think. I'm pretty sure the Brev's going to be able to capitalize on that. Bob's going to have to sit on the outside and watch. And it looks like the Brev is going to make that happen. Bob is... Nope, yeah, he had to slot back in behind. I don't think he's going to be able to do much with that. Jeb coming down fast, too. Ooh, we got a little battle back there between Double L and Jeb. Well, this middle of the pack is actually... it's pretty exciting right now. These 6 cars, very close. Zach Flansbury still trying to work on Pravin. He might have got by. I think he did. Oh boy. Neck and neck into Ascari. Zach Bales. Ooh, that's a nice move. I'd say Pravin's making that car wide, but it does it himself. Oh, is that Avendisa? Holy shit. Oh no, he gets lost coming out of Ascari. Drops him 3 positions. And nobody loves that more than Dimitri. Uh-oh. But I'll tell you what, Pravin should be rocking that Dale Earnhardt skin at this rate. All the rubbing he's doing here. Oh, he gets bullied. Bullied by the Nils. Oh, but he's got that power. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. This is my dream come true. 3 wide T1. Let's go. Who's gonna play chicken? Who's gonna back out first? Zach is. I don't blame him. Nils doesn't know better. Takes too much sausage. Nils, you just saw Bob do it. Come on. Oh wait, maybe he didn't. No, he didn't. There's no way. But look at this. Look at this shit. Avendisa dropped again. Oh no. I have to assume there was a spin. His tires were hot. He lost it. You hate to see that. Meanwhile, the jockeying continues here with Dirk still hanging on. He's got Sam Riveda back up on him right now. Sam has now climbed and gained 2 positions after being in second last place. Seeing a lot of drivers disobeying the white line rule. Rune. And to answer your question, no, I'm not orgasming yet because I haven't seen a 3 wide and T1. When that happens, you'll know. Oh, contact Double L Phil and Bob. Let's Avendisa by. Double L does a nice job holding on though. That looked like a pretty hard hit. And we also got Super Yam trying to catch up now. Let's hop on board. We can see all the action happening in front here. Unfolding, as they say. Oh! No! Sam! Sam! Sam, why? On with Bob. The Z4 has so much power, it's just gonna run him right off the track. Here you go. See? Bob very cautious, does not want to eat another sausage. Yep, good on him. Now he's got Super Ian behind him. Avendisa trying hard to catch back up. Meanwhile, Nils sending it. Oh. That is a definition. This is very close. Is that giving him space? Not sure I condone that, but that's okay. We also see Pravin back up in the second. Wait, was he always in second? I thought they passed him. I can't keep track of this shit. Somehow, okay, Pravin's in second. That's what we know so far. Confirmed. He's in second place, up 5 positions. Trying to keep his championship hopes alive because Dimitri is literally just driving away from everyone. Now, if Pravin were a lesser man, kind of like myself, I'd be calling in a team order there to Dravin. He's already got the Dale Earnhardt skin. You know, he's kind of, you know, he's eventually going to get lapped by Dimitri. Maybe he just, you know, I'm just saying, it would be a real shame if something were to happen to Dimitri. A real shame. But it won't. Dimitri's in first. Driving away, all by himself. He is currently in second place, 6 positions behind, or 6 points behind Pravin. Pravin in second place. He needs to finish in second if he wants a shot at the title. And as earlier stated, it's going to come down to Nords for a 90-minute showdown, which I have to assume is going to suck in the GTR. So we'll see. Oh, we got Zach. Here we go. Come on, Zach. Oh, there you go. Give him something to remember you by. No harm, no foul. You know, it happens. Cervelaria. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have action. Oh, he's close. You might be able to get him. Get side by side. We're seeing a little bit of what looks to be perhaps latency, a little bit of skipping around. Oh, slots back in. Wise. You know, yep, there you go. Made him nervous. Get a good exit. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Masterful. Very nice job by Cervellarius. Playing the mind games. But something tells me Ford Attack Dog, he's not going to give up that easy. And he's got Zethos behind him. Let's check back in with Prithvi. Oh, he's right here. So he's in 15th. I think he was up a little bit further than that. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but something happened. Super EM on Sam. Let's go. The Z4 power. So fast. Look at that. Oh, I think Sam's going to have the better exit, though. You don't want to be on that green turf. And they go racing down the main straight. Neck and neck. Literally neck and neck. Yeah, Sam's gonna lose that one. Oh, I don't know. That's a pretty good exit, though. He's got to look at the purple matrix in front of him. Oh, Super EM has to be sweating right now. Sam giving room. Oh, this is good driving, boys. We're gonna stay too wide. I like it. Let's go too wide the whole lap. Aww. Aww. Oh, we see a car spinning in the background. I can't peel my eyes away. I dare not. Let's get on board Super EM. See what he can do to Ascari. Yeah, both drivers pretty clean. This is, that's not changing. Let's take a look at Dirk. Dirk is still, he's been in 6th place for a long time. I feel like he might have been in 5th, and Jebediah might have taken that from him, and I missed it. I can't be certain. But Dirk is just keeping his head down, trying to, you know, avoid shooting himself in the foot. Doing a really nice job staying consistent. He's just running his own race, and you know what? That's what you got to do. Watch the quicksand. Careful. But yeah, really nice job from him. All kidding aside, up 7 spots. And then behind him, the Breath, up 5 spots. Again, 2 guys just doing what they can to stay out of trouble. Avoid the nonsense. It's a good strategy. It's a winning strategy. Well, where else we got close battles? Prithvi, let's go! Prithvi, another guy, had a really rough race at VIR, but looks much more in form here at Monza. Him and Ford Attack, they've been going back and forth now, I think a lap or 2. Here we go, too wide. Just keep it clean. Ooh, Ford Attack leaving no room. Absolutely shut the door on him. Let's see. That's going to give Cervellarius a look. So there's some aggressive driving back here. We'll call it that. Let's see what Dale Earnhardt's got. Reincarnated. Kind of maybe warping a little bit. I don't know if that's him or me. Man, braking very late. Oh god. I'm not. I think there's maybe a little bit of a latency issue there. Meanwhile, Sam and Super EM. Yeah, I gotta give Super EM some. I gotta give him some props here because Sam has been literally up his ass for 2 laps now, and he is just ignoring it. It's really hard in those situations to not just stare in your mirror and try to drive. You just gotta have a little bit of faith the guy behind you is not gonna totally fuck your race up. And you know, these two, this is a good clean battle so far. Maybe the best battle we've seen today. It's a bold statement, but I think it's true. Sam just trying hard to gain some positions back. He's his own worst enemy today. Oh, that's going to be deadly for Super Yam. Got a little punchy with the throttle there. Wanted to try to open that gap up. And even Sam ran a little bit wide. Just Super Yam much more. And we did see a lot of understeer in practice and quali, so I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more of exactly that situation today. But now Sam, you know, you're free and clear. Try to catch up to Bob. You got a 10-second gap. So, no small feat. Meanwhile, Bob... No, I wouldn't say he's in no man's land yet. Not yet. But he's getting there. Servalarius on Prithvi. He's caught back up now. And Ford Attack Duck, he's kind of driving away. Prithvi's down about 2.5 seconds. Very clean from both drivers through there. Oh, fuck me. I did it again, boys. I did it again. Servalarius, I apologize deeply. That one's on me, kid. That one's on me. Avendisa working on the Brev. And we saw Avendisa, he was up in 2nd place. Had a great qualifying. Oh, I thought he was going. He was going to send that shit. But yeah, had a little bit of a moment coming out of Ascari, and then I have to assume a second moment at I'm guessing Parabolica. And now he's just trying to claw his way back. But he was hanging with Dimitri, so we know he's got pace. And now the key for him is going to be just try not to get frustrated as you're climbing back to the field. You still got 45 minutes of race left. It's plenty of time. It'll come to you. But if you force it and you crash yourself again, it's going to be rough. And you're really going to be in a hole you can't dig yourself out of. As we go too wide through Ascari, I think he's got that. Yeah, the Brev kind of smartly backs off. Meanwhile, Bob is just quietly keeping them in sight. Letting them fight. Let them do their thing. Jebediah on Zach. Jeb came out of nowhere here. I thought he was back. Oh! Jesus fucking Christ. I apologize to Jebediah. That's all I got. I think after this broadcast, I'm barred from doing any EU races because this shit's ridiculous. We got Nils catching up to Pravin now. Pravin trying hard. He's got to hold on to that 2nd place if he wants a shot at the title. Critical. He needs as much of a buffer. I don't even know how many points. What the hell happened to Sam? Oh, he's pitting. Okay. Rooney juked me. Also notice I don't have tires. Like, am I crazy? I had them last week, right? Let's check in with Larry Ferguson. Quietly running his race. We talked about him a little bit in quali. He had a pretty good qualifying. Working on Zethos right now. It's down 2 positions in 17th. Got a pretty good run there. Oh, Zethos taking a defensive line? No? Gonna squeeze him a little bit? Nope. Larry slots back in smartly. Didn't have enough overlap. He's a good boy. He's not gonna send it. Any EU drivers watching, please take notes from Larry Ferguson on how to properly battle and pass somebody. See? Zethos is off track. That's how you do it, boys. That's how you fucking do it. Nils on Pravin. I see Phil in the chat. How come so many Beetles in NA? I've been asking that question for 2 races now. I don't know. There's not a single Lamborghini. Just lots of 911s, lots of masochists that enjoy the punishment every other Sunday. I mean, that's all I got. That car is just brutal to drive. It's not fun. Oh, Nils dipping him in the quicksand. That's gonna let Pravin spread his legs a little bit. He's really, I think, having a hard time with that GTR. But once again, I mean, credit to him. Despite obvious struggles with that car that he's having, and I mean, I think there is struggles, seeing as Nils is quickly catching him again. You know, he's managed to run himself in 2nd place, and after Nils, there's a 15-second, 14-second gap to the next guy. So, I mean, if he can stay out of trouble, he's almost guaranteed a podium. Don't know if that's going to be enough going into Nords in that car, but, you know, more power to him, I guess. Let's pop in with Dimitri. Let's see where he's at. Oh, I see lap traffic ahead. And behind. He's already making his way through. So we have a blue flag situations already starting, 40 minutes to go in the race. However, the pit window is open. It's open for another 24 minutes. Dimitri is probably going to pit soon. Might shuffle some of that traffic around, but more than likely he's going to still be in the midst of it. Nils taking his pit stop now. Let's see how this goes. I don't know the temps, I don't know the tires or the strategy. I assume it's mediums all around. And they're going to be taking fuel and tires at pit stops. That's my guess. I'm sticking to it. Bob ran a really nice race. Up in 7th position, starting from 11th. Very strong showing for him. Just doing his thing. Not really any incidents that I can think of. We saw him eat a little bit of a sausage earlier, but I mean, nothing major. Little stuff here and there. But he's doing a nice job. Also, shout out to Ford Attack Duck, up 11 positions. He did not qualify, so I kind of, you know, maybe a bit of sandbagging here. Wants to drive through the field and have some fun. I don't really know the situation why he doesn't qualify. He didn't qualify at VIR and he won't here. Look, all you guys talking shit in chat about my tires, I don't even know the fucking temps, dude. Is it? I don't know. I didn't look. I got home, I turned this on, and here I am. Fucking winging it. I didn't want to be crew chief anyway. I never asked for this. So we got Dirk chasing down Zach. Dirk up into 4th place. You just gotta hang on. You gotta hang on, Dirk. Alright, pitting now. Alright. Everyone else has to. He should be around the same spot when he comes out. I thought Adder was tech support. Is it Bosna? Ronald, you... Sorry. Bob's still working on the Brev. Yes, confirmed. Nils did pit. And we have Pravin exiting the pits just behind Nils. So Nils with the undercut correct. Yep. That did it. Fair play to him. That should still keep Pravin firmly in 3rd place though, and he still has plenty of race to work on Nils, but I get the feeling that Nils has a bit more pace and he could potentially run away with it. Also, shout out Avendisa up into 3rd place. Oh, okay, we got Dimitri in the pits. Obviously, Avendisa has not pit yet, so I'm not entirely sure where he's going to come out, but he's doing a nice job clawing his way back. So we got Dimitri, ooh, overshooting his pit box. Oh. Oh. If it was a tight race, I'd be pretty excited by that, but as it stands, I'm not even sure that he's going to lose 1st place with this pit. Oh, yeah, he will. There goes that. Yeah, he didn't lose much. So now Dimitri in a little bit of an awkward spot, seeing how long it'll take Bob and the Brev to pit. He could potentially catch up with them, and I have to assume it'll slow him down a bit, but those guys, I mean, it's not 20 minutes, still could potentially be about 10 laps before they decide to pit stop. Yeah, I don't see Dimitri being in trouble with that overshooting, and, you know, even with traffic, I still think he's well ahead. I don't know, let's see. We're going to monitor Nils' laps, because I think if anyone could catch him, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be Nils. The goddamn hiccups. I've been drinking all fucking day. So, yeah, here we go. My guy. Let's go, Dirk. Avendisa, defensive line, Dirk. Oh, he's going to catch him. Avendisa braking very late. No. No, McLaren brakes. Very nice. Yeah, Dirk doesn't look quite comfortable through there to me. I think this is probably the section of the track where... Yeah, that didn't look that bad. I might have spoke too soon. I was gonna say, I think maybe Sector 2 is where he's losing time. I still think that could be true, but we'll follow along for a bit. I think this could be an interesting little battle here. Well, that's a very aggressive one. Jebediah down in 11th right now. It's kind of Nils with the fastest lap of the race. The plot thickens, boys. So Nils is now 14 seconds back off Dimitri. They've both pit. It's a lot of time to make up. And also, we see the two drivers, or one of the drivers ahead of Dimitri is now pit. Ooh, this could be interesting. Yeah, not that interesting. So Nils would have to catch Dimitri on pace alone. I don't see him getting help from anyone else. The Brev is our current race leader. Has not pit yet, so we'll put a little asterisk next to it, but yeah, we'll give it to him anyway. The Brev leading the race, 1st place. Up 11 positions from qualifying. This kid's got it all. Somehow we haven't talked about Richard Fermion a single time today. I'm not sure how. He's totally slipped through the cracks, just running quietly a race on his own, but he's up 9 spots. I don't know how I did this. I don't know how I'd missed him doing work. Super Yam. Hacker man. Spinning. Danger. Oh, that lets Sam by. His arch nemesis Sam. Super Yam's not having a day today. We saw him at VIR pretty strong. I think he only had 1 bottle coming out of Hogpen. But outside of that, it was a pretty good showing for him. And today, he's just his own worst enemy. You really hate to see he's down 9 spots. Now he's got a Ford Attack Duck in front of him. Bob on Cervalarius. Bro, running a really nice race. Looking ahead, I think there's quite a few drivers that need to pit ahead of him, but I might be wrong about that. Nah. Did Dirk? Yeah, Dirk pit. Yeah, maybe not. I might have spoke too soon. Let's see what Yam can do here. Ooh. Giving each other no space. I think Yam's doing this for pictures to show the ladies, maybe? Look how close I drive to other people. Yeah. Oh. Ford attack duck goes. Look how I drive in the sand. Yeah. Like that? Fucking like that? Yam's on tilt. I'm gonna call it now. Full tilt right now. Shake it off. 30 minutes left. Just a lot of race left. He's got to talk himself off a ledge right now. Definitely concerning though. Such a shame too, because he actually he did have the pace today. He really did. Pravin now 2 seconds behind Nils. Nils' last lap was a 49.3. Dimitri with the fastest lap of the race with a 49.3. Let's see what Nils does. Let's see what he got here. Jesus Christ. So Nils, unbeknownst to me, is maybe the most consistent driver on the track today. His last lap was 1/1000th slower than his previous lap. Ran a 49.380. That last lap he ran a 49.381. So Nils has it dialed in. That's putting some pressure on Dimitri. Zethos getting right out of the way. Dimitri's going to be navigating some traffic now. See if someone holds him up. Where is Draven? That's what I want to know. Draven in relation to Dimitri. Yam and Duck. Here we go. Yam wisely backing off. And here we go. I mean, Yam, he's found himself getting lots of airtime because he's just constantly passing people and then having to pass those people again. Then he passes those people again and again. He'll give him space. Lots of space. Yeah, he'll get by there, I think. I think he's got the pace. Got Jeb on Dirk. Oh, boy. Dirk not flinching. Still taking a very aggressive line through there, though. I kind of think that might be Nils. Look at this. As I was saying, I kind of feel like that's Dirk's line through there. It's just run a little bit wider. Jeb does get by. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty close. And Dirk enjoying that draft. Getting out. Oh, here we go. A little bit of contact. No. A little bit of bumping through there, but I mean, nothing to write home about. Got some dirt up ahead. No one off track. I think that was Alvin Disa. Dirk gonna send it? Oh. Oh no. Now. That's a. It feels kind of bad. Feels kind of bad if I'm Dirk about that. But I mean, he caught right back up. I think maybe Jeb led him, which, you know, he definitely should have. Feather it. Feather it. Alright. Okay. Scary moment. But not a race-ending moment. Nils! Jesus Christ! What's going on here? So Nils' last lap of 49.1. Dimitri's last lap of 49.2. So as Nils is responding to Dimitri, Dimitri's times are also coming down. He's just not quite letting him catch back up. I mean, Nils is definitely chipping into it, but with 25 minutes left, 12-second gap, you really need to start putting in some serious times. Like, you got to be catching him almost a half-second a lot faster if you want a shot at this. And I don't think that the pace is there. Pravin dropping about 4 seconds behind Nils, so can confidently say he's probably going to finish third unless Nils does a bottle. I also don't think the Brev... Yeah, he did pit. He had to because Dimitri's in first. So the Brev is actually in fourth place, which is fantastic for him. But he's going to have a Zach Flansberry coming up behind him here. And Zach's pretty quick. I mean, we've seen it before. I think Zach has more ballast than the Brev does. Oh, Dimitri, new fastest lap, 49 flat. That's what I mean. He's definitely responding. He knows what kind of lap times Nils is putting down. He's pushing a lot harder now. Nils' last lap was a 49. Wait, get the fuck out of here. So actually, Nils has the fastest lap. Wow. And Dimitri passing Richard Fermion here. Oh, hang on. Boy, it's a shame that Nils and Dimitri are separated by so much time, because this would be a pretty fun battle to be watching. And I think it's safe to say Zach gets by the Brev. Yep, pretty clean. Yep, good exit, yeah. Tidy. But we also have Alvin Disa close behind them. And again, we know that he had the pace. So he ran a 49.7. They're running 51s. Yeah. Yeah, Alvin Disa's he's gonna catch here. Yeah, Rune, you like that? My pun game is low-key strong. Not many people pick up on it. I'm glad you do. This is some next level shit. Dimitri crossing the line with a 150. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could Nils be starting to chip away? Was there traffic involved? Nils is starting to chip away. 49.4. So Nils gaining a little over a second on that lap. This is what he needs to be able to catch up. 20 minutes left. This this could be very close. I hope to God that Nils finds a way to catch up and make this interesting. Alvin Disa, here we go. Oh boy. Oh. Making the Brev very nervous. I'd be nervous. That's a good clean pass though. And obviously you can see Alvin Disa's car got a little bit of damage there on all sides from his earlier ones. Earlier accidents. Sorry, I was reading chat. I don't know how many laps the E-race was. I mean, I would think you would since you ran in it, but I mean, I've been wrong before. it looks like the field is definitely spreading out a bit now. Not seeing any close battles besides this one with Avendisa trying to track down Zach Flansbury now. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on this. 49.5 from Dimitri. 49. Oh no, here we go. We'll see what Nils did. 49 flat. Jesus fucking Christ. If Nils somehow comes from behind and even is able to get this within striking distance, it'll go down as one of the greatest moments in ACRL history. And Pravin caught back up with Nils. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. No, this is what I want to see. Bob on Dirk. Oh, that's a good exit. That's a good exit. You want to stay in that draft, though, Bob. You want to get in there. There you go. Tuck in. Ooh, the sausage of death. Down but not out. Once again, props to these two guys, Bob and Dirk. I don't want to say it, but I will. Two drivers that historically have sometimes shot themselves in the foot. You know, and with 20 minutes left in the race, they have managed to not do that, and they are reaping the benefits with an 8th and 9th place showing respectively. Sam Riveda is behind them by 10 seconds. I don't see him catching up, much to my chagrin. And they're about 7 seconds behind Jeb, so they are firmly running in no man's land with just the two of them. It's definitely a battle we will keep an eye on. Jebediah has been kind of up and down this race. Down one position from qualifying. We've seen him kind of involved in some accidents, some hiccups here and there, but he caught back up. Hey! And as soon as I look away, Bob somehow gets a hell of a run. Dirk wisely eating some of that ground. Getting some of that good air, some of that good ass. Oh. God damn. Bob's got ice in his veins tonight. Unflinching. So we see the pit closing in 3 minutes. I believe we have everyone through that should be up to this point. And this is the closest battle on the track. We had high hopes for Nils. Unfortunately for him, he was caught in some backmarker drama. His last lap was a 52.4. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. 49.3. So yeah, I dare say he's lost his mojo a little bit. And Dimitri can pretty quietly just drive away from this. 17 minutes left. The dream is dead. The hopes are dashed. Barring anything major happening to Dimitri, he will take the win. And I believe he will take first place in the championship points, heading into the 90-minute finale at Nords, which will be sure to test this field thoroughly. If you think this first lap was bad, oh. Pravin 3 seconds back on nose. I don't see him catching up. What do we got here? Jeb on the Brev. Jebediah's putting in some pretty quick laps too. A 49.2 his last lap. The Brev with a 50.6. So yeah, Jeb has definitely got the pace. He's just kind of, he's had his moments this race. Let's see. Let's get on. Let's hop on board. See if we can get by the Brev. Ooh, the Brev. Little squirrely coming out of there. I think that's going to cost him. That should be enough for Jebediah to get ahead of him before Ascari. Yep. Oh. Ooh. It almost looked like he was going to lose that. Nice job by Jeb. Let's see if the Brev can he catch him. You want to try to hold that slipstream as much as you can. Get a good exit out of here. Hug that curve. There you go. That's looking pretty. That's looking real good. I like that. Unfortunately for the Brev, I think Jeb had a quicker exit. He's hanging tough. Hanging in there. Ran a 50.9 last lap. His best overall is a 50.5. And for the kids at home watching that one day aspire to be ACRL drivers, which, you know, we'll call it what it is. You're never going to make it, but, you know, if you're aspiring to, the Brev's performance today perfectly encapsulates kind of what I've been saying all along the season. It's not about having the fastest time. I mean, look at these best times. Sam with a 49.6, Super Yam with a 49.4. Dirk with a 50.2, Bob a 49.7. Then you got the Brev, 50.5. He's not running the fastest laps of the day. He's not even close. But he's staying out of trouble. He's running his own race. He's not getting crashed out. And he's up 5 spots. And Bob with 7 seconds behind, I mean, as long as the Brev keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to finish in 7th, which is a really good showing for him. And that's a great point made by Renz in the chat that, yeah, he's probably running a high wing. So, yeah, there's the pro tip for, you know, the young drivers at home. At Monza, you don't want to run high wing. I know it seems more comfortable, but once again, as my 2 coaches from the Netherlands told me, shut the fuck up and race on low wing, don't be a little bitch. And I did, and it was better. Just gotta change your driving style. I respond well to criticism by insult, so I get it, it's not for everyone. Nils last lap 49.3. Dimitri at 49.2. Dimitri, I mean, look, we knew he was going to be fast. We saw it in quality, we saw it in practice. Avendisa showed a small glimpse of hope early in the race to keep up. Uh-oh, he's on. I didn't realize. He's on Earnhardt. Be a real shame. Nothing happened. But Dimitri, like I said, in quality, just had the field in the stranglehold. Didn't let go. They were tapping. He wasn't stopping. 13-second gap, 2-second. There looked like there could have been some hope there for a very brief moment with Nils just kind of going comatose and running some really fast laps. But unfortunately, he had a moment where he got caught up. No fault of his. But yeah, Dimitri, a well-deserved victory with 11 minutes to go. I am not trying to put a curse on him. No, sir. Double O Phil and Sir Valerius. Rough day for these two. Again, we saw them both sneak into the top 10 heading into quali. Or heading into the race, I should say. And just kind of, again, just got kind of caught up in a lot of shit. And I'm not remembering if any of it was self-inflicted or it was other people. I'm sure it was a healthy combination of both. 14th and 15th, not where they're going to want to be finishing considering their pace. It was definitely better than that today. But, you know, it's the way it goes. It's racing. You just got to get ready for Nords now. Do I see the improbable? Super Yam is back on Sam Riveda. Just when this race was on its dying breaths. It comes back with this. Can Super Yam catch back up and give us a final fight to the death coming down the final? I mean, I sure hope so. Super Yam's last lap, 49.8. Sam, a 50 flat. So Yam is gaining. And for those of you that weren't watching earlier, we saw these two have a really good battle earlier in the race that ended in, I believe it was Super Yam crashing. It might have been Super Yam once and then Sam crashing once. Honestly, I can't remember. Let's check in with Richard Fermian, working on Larry Ferguson here. A little side-by-side action. I like to give everyone some airplay. Keeping it clean. A little rubbing. I get the impression Richard was a little more worried about Pravin behind. Or was just not quite sure where Larry was. He kind of pitted it in the middle of the corner there. And there's a lot going on, yeah, a little bit of sensory overload. Ooh, that's very close. Gonna let Pravin get by there. Yep, there he goes. Unfortunately, that's gonna let Larry kind of run away now from him. We actually saw Richard. He had a pretty decent race at VIR. You know, everyone had mistakes, but Super Yam and Sam, I gotta go back. But I'll keep talking about Richard. I mean, he had, you know, ups and downs like everyone did there. We saw quite a few of those. But, yeah, I think today just wasn't his day. He's up one position, quietly running his race back there. Haven't seen him involved in any major accidents. So, yeah, something to be said for that. He come back stronger next time. Yeah, we'll get on board with Super Yam. I want to see this battle unfold. We got nothing else going on. Alvin Disa, 2 seconds off Zach Flansbury. It's close, but it's not as close as this. I get the feeling Sam's running for his life here. He's trying his best to salvage what has been a pretty rough day. I mean, both of them are. Sam's down 2 positions, not as bad. Super Yam down on 6. So he qualified 5th, and he's down into 11th right now. Oh, ooh. Looked like Sam might have got a little wobbly there. That's going to give Yam a pretty decent run. I want to give a shout out to whoever that back marker was. I'm not sure, but that was a good guy move right there. You see there's a battle happening behind you for position. Yeah, just hop out of the way, let him go at it. We definitely like to see that. Now Yam enjoying that slipstream. Oh boy. I'm having PTSD flashbacks right now. And Sam does a nice job through there. Yam had to back off, knew he was compromised, wasn't gonna have a good exit. 6 minutes to go. We see Richard Fermian. Hang on, we're gonna check back in with that. Him and Larry side by side down the back straight, giving each other plenty of space. Ooh, that's tidy. Oh boy. Oh. Larry really using all that to get a good exit. That was really impressive, actually. He had the wherewithal to know that he could slot back in behind Richard and get on the throttle. I mean, that's what I'm going to assume just happened. That was really, really nice. Back into T1. Richard very cautious again. Very cautious. But has a pretty good exit. Guys are giving each other a lot of space. Playing nice. Richard's going to get that slipstream now. Should be enough to get him alongside again. Yeah, it definitely will. Who's the better braker? Oh, Larry really holding that line. No fear. Some damn good racing. Oh boy. I'm trying to watch the Sam and Yam battle going on elsewhere on the track. Yeah, it looks like it's simmered a little bit. So this is still the hot one. Yo, Hazy, I see you in chat. Where were you? Why aren't you here? Oh, Jesus. There was a murder at Monza. I'll hop back on board with Sam here. Let's keep an eye on Super EM. Let's see what you can do. Four minutes to go. Boy, I gotta tell you, that BMW just seems to close the gap on the straights. I don't know if Sam's running too much wing or what the deal is here. I have a feeling this one's going to come right down to the final lap with these two. Sam with a very... It almost looked like a defensive line. Really compromised himself, though. And now we're going to have Yam probably... Yeah, I think he's going to get by here. Not quite. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice job by Sam using what he's giving you. But I still think Yam had the better exit. Nope, he's going to slot back in. Sam taking the defensive line. This is a very good battle. I am... Color me shocked. NA's got it, man. It almost looks to me like the BMW is gaining ground in the braking zones. At least I saw it there. He jumped a little bit. Ooh, I think Sam ran a little wide there. Yeah, he did. I didn't like that line. That's going to give Yam another chance, but you know Sam's going to hold this defensive end. Yeah, he's going to sit right in the middle of there. Now he's going to use the patented Phil squeeze move. No, not enough. He needs to watch more film. Yam, nice job. Very nice job getting by. But let's see now. We've seen this familiar view many times. Sam going to eat that slipstream. He's juking. He threw the fake. He's going for the left hook. Nope, not gonna happen. Oh. Oh, look at this. Oh, I thought Sam was going to stick that. I really thought he was going to stick that. I thought for sure he had the line through there, and it looked like he had a better exit. I think he lifted just to make sure he was giving Yam enough space, so fair play to him. Oh, Yam running very wide. That could spell trouble. Don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, Sam sends the shit out of that. Whew. Oh my god. This is goddamn exciting. And I say, you giving him the inside? Giving him your belly? No. What's he gonna do here? Well, he's got the run. And we see now that Dimitri is on his final lap, so this will be their final lap. Let's quickly look where he is. Okay. Oh boy. Maybe a little bit of contact there. Yeah, I'm trying to squeeze him down as much as he can. Yeah, I'm definitely bodied him a little bit there. Oh, this is very close. Yeah, so we'll just do it now. Dimitri, our race winner. Nils second. Pravin third. We gotta go back. This is too good to miss. Congrats to Dimitri and the other podium finishers. So nice job, guys. Oh! No! Oh, the fucking Porsche strikes again. Oh, it was gonna be such a close finish. But congrats to Super Yam holding on. That was a hell of a battle. Those goddamn Porsche tires strike again. So we got Zach Flansbury finishing 4th. Jebediah 5th. Up 1 position. Avin Disa did a nice job clawing his way back to 6th place. Obviously we saw him have a rough lap, really. It was all happened in 1 lap. The Brev 7th. Nice job by him. Bob finishing 8th and Dirk finishing 9th. No bottle job, boys. Great job. Great job from them. And then we got Yam coming around. He's going to finish 10th. Sam 11. We're gonna grab both of those guys after for an interview, because I definitely wanna talk to both of them. Ford Attack Duck 12th. Mr. No Quality himself. Josh Horichi coming down the back straight. He's going to finish in 13th. 14th, we got Servalarius. He's already across the line. We got Dravin in 15th. The Double L Phil 16th. Prithvi Shivaraman 17th. Richard Fermion in 18th. Good race for him, up 2. Larry Ferguson. They're kissing. Ronald Ewan 20th. And Zethos 21st. Crumbopulous Michael completed 3 laps. I think he got collected in the T1 bullshit that happened early and probably called it a day. Unfortunately for him, we don't like to see that happen. But that ends the racing portion of the broadcast. So congrats to Dimitri once again. He now moves up into 1st place in the overall driver standings, which means he has 40 kilograms of ballast going in the Nords. That's going to suck. Pravin should be in 2nd, I believe, because Hazy was a no-show. He slept through the race. So Pravin's going to have to come up with some kind of miracle for Nords in the GTR, because I know he's not comfortable in that car, and it's not a fun car on twisty tracks. So he's gonna have his hands full trying to keep Dimitri within his grasp for the final showdown there to determine who is our champion. But now, let's see who I can grab for an interview here. Let's see. I definitely got to get Sam and Super Yam. We'll see who else is around. So just stand by for a minute. All right, we got Sam. So I'm joined by Sam Raveda. So Sam, we'll start with good news. My internet's fixed. I didn't DC once from this race, so that's a good thing.
Oh, that's nice. You were able to broadcast the entire race.
But now we'll get on to the race. So you and Super Yam had one hell of a battle, and it wasn't just a couple laps. It was on and off throughout the race. So I guess the question is, how much do you hate the 911?
Quite a bit. It was a great battle with Super Yam, and near the end I had to pit a bit earlier, so I had 40 plus minutes on the soft tires, and they were just dead in the end. The rears were just spinning all over.
Yeah, we saw you. Unfortunately, it came to a premature end there when the back end of the car just went on you. And I had a feeling it was probably overheated tires. But, yeah, it was just a shame because that was shaping out. I mean, you guys were just back and forth over and over and over again. It was a great battle. You guys gave a lot of space. It was great. But so what are your plans going into Nords now? How do you prep for that race with this car?
Well, I don't know, because it's completely different than what we did in iRacing with the Merc, not just the sim, but the car. So I think the key thing will be to figure out a setup that's balanced throughout the whole course.
Yeah, I don't disagree, and that's going to be easier said than done. But well, it's a tough one today. Best of luck at Nords, and yeah, I'll see you on iRacing probably tomorrow.
All right, man. Thank you.
Later.
Have a good night.
Alright, so now we are going to try and grab Super Yam. And I will flip the game catcher around here. Alright, and we have Super Yam inbound. Am I missing anyone else, chat, that you want to see? That would be good. I'm trying to think of if there's anyone else that I am overlooking. That might be an interesting interview. That's available, I guess. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna grab fucking Nils, that's true.
Yo, yo.
So I'm joined by Nils. Nils, we were pulling for you. we saw, you got yourself back up in the second. You were gaining on Dimitri pretty rapidly. Like, you guys were going back and forth. I mean, were you watching his laps and kind of responding? Yeah.
There's nothing better than the feeling of watching the guy ahead of you do a slightly better lap time and then doing the best lap like 3 or 4 laps in a row. Like that just felt amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, there was one point where I think he got caught up in traffic a little bit. He ran like a 50.6. You ran a 49.4. So, you know, we were getting hyped thinking like, oh, holy shit, this is actually going to happen. Nils is going to pull this out of his ass. And then disaster struck in T1.
Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate, but I generally don't think that I would have been able to catch him. Like with if I hadn't had such a bad start off the line, or that one incident with Super Yam, I might have been able to catch him. But like the incident with the back markers in turn 1, that was only, I think that took me down 3 seconds, and at that point he was still like 10 seconds out. Like there was no way that I was going to be able to realistically pass him, at least by the end of the race. I might have been able to get within a few seconds, but I knew at that point that I just had to, keep my head down and make sure didn't let Pravin get too close.
Well, I mean, not with that attitude, you're not going to catch him. I mean, you had the fastest lap of the day, a 49.059. So I mean, it was there. You definitely had a shot. But yeah, congrats on second place. That's a good finish. So now you.
Yeah, I think this is my first podium, which was coincidentally my goal for the rest of this season, which I said a race or two ago.
Well, I mean,
so,
I'll tell you
pretty good about that.
I'll tell you right now, you'll be on the podium a lot more when you stop shooting yourself in the foot. You're your own worst enemy. Your pace is unreal this season. So what's the plan for Nords?
I don't know. Probably slightly more practice than 4 laps or so.
Is that all you did for Monza?
Yeah, I think so. I did I went on the pre-qualifying server. Well, I went on the pre-qualifying server, and I did 1 valid lap, and that got me, I think, 3rd. Like it was like half a second behind Dimitri, and a quarter of a second ahead of the rest of the next guy in 4th. So I was feeling pretty good about that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I just won't practice, and then I didn't. So yeah, that's what I did for Monza.
Well, you might see me on the track in Nord, so if you don't want to practice, I mean that's fine.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't really have that much of a problem with it, but yeah, congrats. I mean that's second place. It's a good finish ahead of Pravin. Nice job today.
Yeah. Did you, just out of curiosity, did you catch that is it undercut? The pit
Yes.
thing. Did you catch him coming out of the pits? Okay.
Yeah, we got the undercut, so well played. It worked to perfection. It was very nice. So, all right. Well, thanks.
Thank you. I look forward to watching the stream sometime tomorrow.
Don't get your hopes up. It's not that great. We'll see you.
See ya.
All right, and we're joined by our final interviewee, Super Yam. So once again, you found yourself having a heck of a race. I mean, you and Sam Riveda had a battle that went just about throughout the entire race, and it came down to the final lap. So tell me about that battle.
Well, that was certainly the best battle I've ever had in my sim racing. Well, I don't know if you can call it a career, but the entire time that I've been doing this, never really came up to someone and been able to be as aggressive as I was, because most of the time when I'm coming up on somebody, I've been very passive and worrying about, oh, am I going to hit him? I've got to brake earlier, but just learn to kind of let that go and just be do what you can, be aggressive, but race clean, and see where it gets you. Yeah,
and I mean I think part of that too is you get a feel for the guy you're battling with, right? And I mean, I know Sam. I race with Sam quite a bit, and he's a guy that can handle, you know what I mean, like the pressure and what you're throwing at him, and not everyone can do that. So you kind of get that level of comfortability with him, and I mean it provided probably one of the best battles I've seen in ACRL in quite some time. It was, even chat was saying this is kind of like an EU level battle, where you guys weren't just driving each other off the track and like, oh well, shit happens. Like it was a good fight, and you know it ended up with you getting ahead of him because he had that unfortunate spin. So I mean that's,
Yeah, man.
But besides that, it was a bit of a rough race for you.
Yeah. I going back to my what I was saying earlier, you know, being aggressive and trying to figure out what level I can go into the corner. I just wanted to tuck in behind Nils at the very start of the race and miss my braking point, smacked into the back of him. So that was the first incident. Then at least 2 or 3 other times, I was just just pushed a little bit too hard. You know, hit a curb somewhere, hit the edge of the grass. But the number one thing that I want to work on for the rest of this season is, well, the rest of this season and moving forward, is being consistent. And that'll be my number one priority.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I kind of actually talked about it a little bit on the stream. The Brev was one of the guys that jumped out because he wasn't running the fastest laps. His average lap time was probably like between 0.5 and a second slower than the guys behind him, but he made no mistakes. And he just ran his race and he finished in 7th. And it's like, that's it. Like, that's what it takes. So yeah, it's definitely not an easy thing. It took me quite a while to get the hang of that, and I still struggle with it sometimes. So yeah, you just got to keep plugging away, get comfortable with the car, and try to survive Nords, because that's going to be a hell of a race.
Oh man, I haven't even practiced for that yet. So next week is going to be a little bit of a push. You know, I'll be putting in a lot of hours. I'll probably end up with about 20, 30 hours next week, just trying to figure out Nords. But you know, we'll see how that goes. I don't expect to be competitive there because I've never raced the full endurance before. So you know, we'll see how that goes. But
it's brutal. Well, I won't sugarcoat it. It's not easy, and that is truly, you know, you talk about consistency. That's a race of attrition. If you can make no mistakes, you're going to finish pretty high up, because most of the field's going to make mistakes. So yeah, well, great job today. We'll see you at Nords. Maybe you'll see me on track.
Yeah, it'd be great to see you again, man. But I'm going to be watching back this stream, and I'm sure it was very very entertaining, judging by what you were saying. So
yeah, it was fun. You got a lot of airtime, so it's definitely worth watching.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for putting this on, man, and I hope to see you on the track next week.
All right,
2 weeks from now.
Take care, man. All right, that'll do it. We're done with the second ACRL Janky stream. This NA. I don't know that there will be one for Nords, just because I kind of want to race that. But if I neglect all my practice, which very likely, then maybe I will. But my gut tells me it's going to be a lot of people just driving by themselves, so it's not even going to be that fun to really broadcast that. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe one of the EU Night Owls will do that. I don't know. But anyway, good time. Good race, everyone. And we'll see you some other time.